today. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First time we get to see the 49ers offense behind their quarterback. Now in his 7th season as a pro from Eastern Illinois, it's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there he is, the man known as Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was 4th best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the plays they needed down the stretch. But remember, some big wins last year at New Orleans. At Seattle in Week 17, 2 playoff wins. He's continuing to develop as one of the better ascending players in the league.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And a 49er first down.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Garoppolo's pass.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Well, partner, normally if a guy's touchdown passes fall in half, the first thing you'd say is, he really didn't have a very good season, did he? Well, it's true. Mahomes dropped from 50 touchdown passes the year before to just 26 last year. But remember, he had a knee injury and missed a few ball games, and he still remained in the conversation as the best quarterback in the NFL.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's good for a Kansas.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. 1st and goal. A chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches would say, son, you can darn near late.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Dion Yelder there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Here's Richie James on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Garoppolo on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo, the same target, same result. It's Kittle, and he is out of bounds inside the 35.
George Kittle.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. He finds Taylor, complete. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That catch good for only a couple.
To George Kittle.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Garoppolo again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime here, a score you don't see that often, 8-3. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan... All right, hang on, we'll jump over halftime.
Mitch Wishnowsky to
ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Here's Mecole Hardman. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Dancing to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And going deep for Hill. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rolling to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
And 10.
And again, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Deebo Samuel.
And Deebo Samuel's another one of those young receivers that not only looks like a running back, but plays like one after the catch. And he had one of the best seasons among 2019's rookie receivers. Just over 800 yards receiving, but by the time the playoffs hit, he'd become WR1 for the 49ers. And now with the departure of Emmanuel Sanders, that should give him even more looks. Look for him to catch the ball downfield and also take it out of the backfield.
We're back now in KC. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Wilson.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground.
3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none?
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants?
I knew you were
at the
going
Yale
Namath.
Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
At their own 30-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That one caught by Ross Dwelly. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Bashaw Breeland, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the move to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Mahomes going to throw it here. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he's going to keep it. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Second down and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Niners take over first and 10. at their own 32-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is born. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
It's 3rd down and 4 yards.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big 2nd half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.